Hello, I'm Katherine Davidson. I'm your instructor for Math 2050. So let's look at this in Moodle. All right, so once you get started, the whole course is set up and ready to go for the whole semester. So we do have some calculator information. If you're not able to purchase the calculator, you can do an online purchase. It's actually cheaper than purchasing a physical handheld calculator. Now, those of you that are in dual enrollment may already have an 84. There are videos in here for the 84 calculator, or you can, like I said, purchase the Inspire. Again, you can see it's $27.50. This is good for a year, and you can use it on your proctored exams as well. And so if you do use this and they'll send you an email, you'll set up an account. To get back to it, to log in, there's a link right here. I made it easily accessible. So you would sign in, you can see what it looks like. Second. All right, and then from here you would create a new document. Okay, and this is what the online version looks like. There are some settings. I would hit the home screen. I always go straight to calculate. Okay, and online you can go through and it'll show you how to access the different functions that you need. So the only thing you really need to do, settings, document settings, this needs to be set to just regular float. All right, back up here. All right, and that's what this says right here. You need to change it from float 6 to just float with no number behind it. It will cut off the number of decimal places you have. So just make sure you get that setting changed. Even with a handheld one, it comes standard as float 6. So get that changed to regular float. Online, you may have to check and see each time and make sure it's set properly. There are some tutoring options here, tutoring with faculty. That probably won't be set up until the second week of classes. Scheduling tutoring with student workers. This can be on campus, and there are some online options. With me, you can always schedule a meeting via Zoom. Proctoring, some of your exams have to be proctored. So here are all the proctoring links. ProctorU charges a fee. They are a little high, so just be aware of that. If you test on any of the campuses, these are links for all the campuses for Northwestern. Those testing options would be free. If you're on the main campus, Alexandria, Leesville, again, you can always use ProctorU. If you've not used them before, you need to go ahead and get an account set up and test everything as far as your computer and whatnot. Okay, and I'm going to collapse all of this. So you can see everything is week by week. You have calculator tutoring and your proctoring links, and this is all week by week. So let's look at the first week. Okay, you're going to watch this video here that you're watching. Read through your course documents folder. You register for Pearson through here, and the proctor form, that lets me know where you're going to be doing your proctoring. I'll go through and check it. Now, I'm going to use this video for two separate sections of 2050. I do have one section that is strictly dual enrollment students, and you guys are not all at the same school. So in the proctor form, if you plan on using somebody at your high school, let me see if I can questions. Hold on a second. Preview. There we go. Okay, so this is the one for the non-dual enrollment students. The quiz in the section for the dual enrollment students, it also says if you're going to use your high school, it tells you all the information that I'm going to need about that. Okay, so again, I'm just in the regular 2050, not the high school one. All right, Pearson course materials. It's my math lab, my stat lab. You'll go through here. You'll have a link. You go through the registration process. And it's a codeless thing. So for Include Edge, you don't want to opt out. If you opt out, it won't let you have the code. if it's letting you put you on a temporary access, then you need to reach out to me and we'll have to talk about that. Okay, if you're dual enrollment, that's going to vary by school, so we're just going to have to deal with that as we go along. Right, course documents. There's your academic calendar for the semester. This is departmental syllabus, and this is the one you want to look through. So it has all my contact information. That's my cell phone number. My primary teaching is on the Leesville campus. So if you want to know hours I'm there, you can ask. Otherwise, we can just meet virtually via Zoom if need be. Not really had any requests from uh, stats to meet. All right, grading policy, your point breakdown. On these two proctored exams, if you're using the online calculator, you will be able to use it. Proctors, wherever you're proctoring at, they will actually have the passwords. I'll get that set up this first week, and you can read through all of this. And here's something really important about the exam reviews. Exam reviews, it's just a homework that are optional. It does let you know what's on the exams. The intention of the exam review is to help you study for the exam. If you open the exam review after you've taken the exam, you won't get the bonus points because that defeats the whole purpose. Students will be like, oh, I didn't do well on the test. I'm going to go do the review, get the bonus points. That's just not going to work. It has to be done before you take the exam. If you don't do it, it doesn't count against you. But that's where you can earn some bonus points if you have 90% or higher on that review. And it's just like a homework, so you can keep doing the questions over and over. You can read through the makeup policy, inclement weather, outages. We'll do that on a case by case basis. No late work is accepted. Bonus opportunities. You have the exam reviews and then the course evaluation, which will open up probably about mid-April. I can tell if you've done it. I don't get the results until after final grades are in. So this would be a nice sheet here to print out if you want to. It's your due dates for the whole semester. So for your first week, I just have you kind of get oriented with Moodle, get registered for a Pearson, and then complete your proctor form. And then you can always work ahead in this course. That's fine. You can't go back. You can't do things late. So say if you're in on the week of January the 27th and you're ready to take exam one, you can go ahead and do it. Again, you can work ahead. Our spring break is the week of March the 21st. So if you are in dual enrollment, your school spring break does not usually fall on the same week as ours. So while you're on spring break for your high school, that doesn't mean you don't have assignments due. So if you know you're going to be going out of town and so forth, you do need to make preparations for that so you can work ahead. If you're just a regular student, if you know you're going to be out the week of April the 14th, you're going on a family vacation or something, make sure you get your assignments done ahead of time before you go. Please don't email me from different locations telling me that you don't have internet access because you're on a cruise ship or on vacation out of the country. You need to take care of that before you go. You just need to make arrangements. Also, note that since we are online, all the due dates and due times are on Central Standard Time. So you need to take that into account. All right, ADA, let me make this a little bit bigger. If you receive modifications, you have to get with disability services at Northwestern. You have to do this each semester, and they will send us a letter letting us know what your modifications are. Most of the time, students just have, majority of the ones I get are just extended time, but I cannot give you those modifications until I get the letter. They cannot be made retroactive. So if you don't get them done until halfway through the semester, you can't go back and retake exams with more time. So make sure you get this done. And there is enough time. Let's go back up here real quick. Your first exam's not due till February the 3rd. I think that's week 4. So you have plenty of time to get with disability services. Their contact information is here. It's always good to check with your instructors to make sure that we did get your modification letter. Make sure that gets put in place. All right. Dishonesty, don't cheating. You have to do your own work. Don't help. Studying for a test is different than trying to do someone else's work for them. You can read through all of this. Attendance. We don't really do attendance online. Health and wellness. There's some information here about mental health services. If you feel like you might need some help with that, please reach out to them, or you can reach out to me and we'll refer you to the right person. Okay, so everything is there for the syllabus. So let's go back to the class. All right, Pearson, and let's look at Pearson real quick. Some of you may be familiar. Once you go through the registration process, you'll open up again. You'll come here. Okay, so all your assignments are here. They should match up with that sheet in the syllabus. That doesn't mean I haven't made errors. Everything goes in order. The due date should match up. I will be going through and double checking all of that. So everything's in order that you need to do it. So if you're working ahead and you get through 2.2, don't skip the test and go to 3.1. Prepare yourself for the test, take the test, and then start 3.1. I would caution you about doing a bunch of homework and then going back and trying to do the exams. In your first chapter, there's not really math associated with it. It's more conceptual. I'll show you some videos. You do have access to the textbook in here. I'm going to pop this open. So once you're in the homework, if you click on textbook, and I don't use StatCrunch, I use the calculator. That's what I'm familiar with. It takes you straight to the section that you're working on. If for some reason, I would recommend for chapter 1, maybe read through the textbook, but for the other chapters, I wouldn't worry about it so much. So if you're in here and assignment has passed, but you want to look at it, you can click on student gradebook and you can click on review. That would be after you've done an exam or and it's closed. You've done homework and it's closed. Now, if you've done the homework and you want to practice some more questions, you can. You can go in here and review it. It'll let you rework the homework problems, but won't give you any extra credit for them. But you do have a review. Let me go back to assignments. You do have a review before each exam. So this review has 14 questions. That means the exam that goes with it. Where are we at? Also has 14 questions. So there's similar questions in the review. It's a homework. And I'm just going to pick one up here. I'm just going to pick something. Okay. Next question. So I missed it. But even if you get it right, you can bottom right, you can click on similar question and it'll give you a similar type question. You can practice again. So if there are ones you feel like you need more practice on, you can keep getting different versions of the same question. All right. So let's go back. So everything that you need to do for the first weeks in there, again, you're welcome to work ahead. All right, so this says video. Now the videos in here, these are just YouTube videos that I grabbed. And I didn't randomly grab them. I mean, I went through and thoroughly vetted these. So you would watch the video on 1.1. Okay, and then I have links directly to Pearson. This is homework 1.1. Let's get there. Okay, so you can start it. Now, the only disadvantage to this is you don't get the menu bar on the left-hand side. If you want to, you can always go back to Pearson course materials. And then when you open it from there, and yours will look like that after you've registered, then you have this menu bar on the left. But just selecting on the assignments in here, like it's a Pearson assignment, it'll just take you straight to the homework. It doesn't give you that menu on the left, but you can access it just clicking it here or doing the menu bar. Okay. So like the fourth week, you have to exam 1. It's not proctored. There's the link to the review, the link to the exam. And if you notice before, even though this one doesn't have a password on it, this one's not proctored. I think it is. Um, it gives you this screen before you hit start. Okay, so if you accidentally open the wrong one, you can see that. Now, if you accidentally open the wrong exam and you're like, oh, I opened the wrong exam, you need to submit it and email me immediately because I can see that you've only spent like maybe 30 seconds to a minute in there. And I can actually delete that result. Okay, that's different than you worked on it for 30 minutes and then something happened. With that being said, this is an online course. You need to make sure you have a good internet connection for exams. Homework's different. It'll say what you've done. But for exams, make sure you have a good internet connection. You have your power cord. You need to make sure you have all that and your good quiet spot too. So let's see. So you have all the different weeks. I just have them all collapsed. Everything's in order. Exam 2 is proctored. You can have blank scratch paper, calculators, handheld, or online version, pen or pencil. You can have any type of cell phone with that. Okay, and it goes all the way through here. Your final exam is also proctored. Okay. I don't know that there's much else here unless you have questions. With that, I just have one more note for dual enrollment students. I have one class and it would be yours. Um, again, this is dual enrollment. Your proctor form actually looks a little bit different. Let's go ahead and look at it. You also had the option of high school, so I would need all this information and I'd have to get with that person about proctoring. Um, Pearson is right here. I have created the course. The problem is it's not syncing in grade, so I don't know if there's going to be an issue for dual enrollment students to open this. If you're having issues with it, if anybody gets on this weekend and they say, hey, just send me a screenshot of what's going on. I do have a way around that. I have submitted a IT ticket to have them look at this, but it might take a little while. But I do have a workaround on that if need be. So I would need to know if someone can get in or if they can't get in. But right now it's not pulling the grades in. I don't know if you can even actually register in there or not. So that would be the only thing. All right, so let's go back real quick. Actually, don't probably should put my phone number up here. It's on the syllabus. Okay, right here. Again, right here's my cell phone number. But generally, we're looking at 7 a.m. to 8 or 9 p.m. I do get up fairly early. That's the best way to contact me right there. I do check my email throughout the day, but just send me a text. Please don't text me or call me 12 times in a row because I haven't answered. I might be in class. I might be asleep in the middle of the night. Especially if you're having issues with your calculator, just tell me what problem you're on. You send me a screenshot. There is an Ask My Instructor tool in Pearson in my stat lab down where we looked at the textbook. What that does, it sends me a link to the question you're on and make sure you put something in there. Just tell me, hey, my decimal's off or something. But the best thing to do is just kind of text me images, especially with the calculator. All right, and I think that is about it. Again, just if you're in the course with the dual enrollment students, my high school students, somebody let me know if they were able. I can tell if someone got on, but if you're getting some type of error message with Pearson course materials, if someone could send me a screenshot, that would be great. If it's not working, again, the dual enrollment class is the only one I've been having issues with, and or someone else is working on that. Right. And I hope it's a great semester for all of us.